Yes. I love you. You're a genius, Rogan. You're a genius.
Hold on, everybody. Just tell me what do you think about this, Joe Rogan? Pretty bad impression, but that's how it went.
It's not bad.
Listen, I know you got to leave, Rogan. I know you've got to leave. Can you just tell us what you were telling me about the frogs?
Yeah, they're turning the frogs gay.
I'm having a deja vu because I think we've done this intro before.
I don't know if we have.
I'm pretty sure we have. Oh, you guys. You guys and Rogan and
You
Alex
thought you were
Jones and
listening
all
to a
this
big
crap.
podcast with celebrities on it, but really you're listening to Postbox Roulette, so welcome.
G'day, welcome.
I'm Dan.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Matt.
Welcome to Postbox Roulette.
And this is Postbox Roulette, where we take other people's content and turn it into something fun.
And Lucas gets really excited about it.
So excited.
My throat hurts after that Alex Jones impression.
I get excited about what our listeners send through, but then sometimes not so excited about what we come up with to put back out there in the world.
When you say what we, you mean us two talking
Yeah,
together,
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we have...
It's like a rabbit hole and you two are in it. And I'm trying to fill it with water to drown the two bastards.
I feel like sometimes we get the ingredients, we get the egg, we get some flour, we get
Don't
some
point at your
sugar,
bits when you talk about your eggs.
and then we mix it together and we make a beautiful moist cake.
A hot mess. A bloody hot mess.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening again. And thanks for sending through the topics.
What do we do, Lucas? How does this show operate? What's it all about?
Well, I just mentioned we sort of, take a bit of your flavour and add a bit of our flavour to it.
Yeah.
We take what you write through, being your questions, topics,
Mm-hmm.
would you rathers, photos of your bits, whatever you like, and we will break it down, have a chat about it, put our spin on it.
Not many bit photos we've had.
We've had one.
Yeah.
We'll take more.
Sorry, I'm trying to flick a bug away. Maybe
That's a very aggressive flick.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Get away.
opening the garage door is a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea.
That's you flicked that bug.
You're
how I
inviting the
imagine
outside
a
world
chimpanzee
into-
would flick a bug away with no control. All right, who's gonna crack us off?
You can.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I'm going for an envelope.
While he's doing that, we are filming this in a garage and it's going to be on YouTube. So if you're only listening, jump on YouTube and you can see what it really looks like.
They can see us.
Were you just doing the Degeneration X symbol then?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do it. It's been like, is that what that means? I didn't know. Is that a wrestle thing?
It's a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't doing that.
Oh, here we go. It's
do
would you rather to start us off?
Let me
I love
crack
it.
a beer.
Sweet sounds.
I have to do my manly crack.
Sweet summer sounds.
Get in there.
For anyone watching, Luke is opening his beer with a bottle opener,
Yep.
a beer can.
I've got to protect my
It's worse
dick
than
fingers.
that. That description doesn't even describe how bad.
It is pretty bad.
I've got nothing.
He doesn't want to break his fingernail.
I don't even have a nail to break my... Anyway, read the question.
Oh, all right, here we go.
This guy, far out.
Would you rather be killed by a lion, a bear, or a gorilla? What's going to kill you quickest, I think, is the thing, right?
Not a gorilla.
Yeah, a gorilla might just muck around with you.
They'd beat you. They'd beat you, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd die quickly. A lion's going to rip your throat out if
Yeah.
you're lucky.
It's gonna
Or a
be
bear's
painful.
going to slash you. Or not.
I think the only one that's going to go for the throat, like go for a kill, is the lion.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear's a bit like a cat.
Yeah.
I think bears eat you from your bottom forward still when you're alive. I'm pretty sure.
What have you been watching?
More Joe Rogan.
Bears definitely eat you from your bottom.
Because they've been eating gay frogs.
Jesus Christ. Give me strength.
I once saw a bear on Pedophile Island.
Intergalactic bears.
I have actually heard somewhere about bears eating people from the backside.
Yeah.
It's the rumpiest bit,
I think
right?
they do.
Yeah.
The-
Well, it's where I'd start.
That's where you start on a normal Saturday night, right?
Oh, God love Milton Mango.
I reckon, yeah, it has to be lion. I reckon a lion just wants to eat you, but they want to kill you quickly. So
Yeah.
they'll choke you. They either rip your throat
Yeah.
out or they grab you around the throat and kill you.
Well, that's the way they do it.
I think they
right?
want to like conserve energy, so they'll go straight for the kill.
They
Yeah.
kill rather than then worry about eating, whereas the bear's just going to eat.
Yeah.
Like the bear's
maim and eat.
The
Whereas
bear
a-
could physically kill you quicker, I think, if it chose to.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But I don't think they're as violently natured.
Oh
a
yeah,
bear.
they're
No,
wild.
no,
man.
they are. But what I'm saying is, a lion hunts to kill, whereas a bear is not so much looking to kill you if it sees you out there, unless you're in its going for its children or it's trying to protect itself.
Like bears aren't like Yogi Bear.
No, what I'm saying is bears protect themselves, whereas a lion's just out to kill.
I don't know, man. I reckon a hungry bear would happily eat you.
Yes.
Man, like
Oh, here's a.
they don't have a picnic basket.
Here's a tub of,
Yeah.
a tub
You
of
got a
honey
bigger
or
digger
Lucas. I'm gonna eat Lucas instead.
Not the point I'm trying to make, but anyway.
I like because you always hear stories about bears. Like a bear can like swipe a full-size moose and break its back in one swipe. Like
Yeah.
they've
I don't always hear
and-
those things.
I
But
don't.
there's the thing, right? So yeah,
If-
super
if-
strong.
If that happens,
yeah.
but they're
if it
breaking
happens,
backs. They're breaking
yeah.
backs. They're not.
And they're
killing
gonna.
things.
You're
yeah.
paralyzed and being eaten now.
Yeah.
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 And they're not going to worry about you being dead because you can't fight back.
Yeah.
That's the
no.
thing that's going to eat you.
Yeah. You can't get away.
Whereas a
They're just
lion
gonna
wants to
slowly
make
eat
sure
you.
you're actually dead.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a real issue with the gorilla just wanting to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Like
It's more of a violent.
And
Yeah.
like a lion or a bear could like just crack your skull in one bite, but I don't know if a gorilla can. So
This
like
is a weird question. Would a
Yeah.
gorilla eat you? I don't know if a gorilla would eat you.
I think they do eat other gorillas.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
I've never.
I know
really thought
some
about it.
ape species they'll eat the young because then the female one wants to breed again because it's like natural instinct.
So they can make
So
sure
what they
get
do,
some.
what they do
eat
is
their own.
they kill the baby to then start the cycle, and because they don't know if the baby is from like a competitor,
Yeah.
then they want the lineage to be the superior one. So they think if they kill it, even though it could have been theirs,
Yeah.
and then impregnate it again, yeah,
Why didn't they just get Murray Povich to do a DNA test? Check it out.
That's pretty
Maury.
hectic. Hey?
Gorilla, you are not the father.
and he just like eats it.
That is pretty crazy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy. That's ridiculous, Matthew. But that is heavy, Dan.
So we're all online, aren't
I
we?
think
It's a
it's
unanimous
lion.
one straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you
I would hope it would just punch in my jugular in the first bite and it'd
yeah,
be over.
done.
any animal that could kill you? What would you pick?
Oh, I don't think about this sort of stuff often.
Yeah, we do now.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Jesus.
Think quick, Lucas.
Flamingo? I don't know.
I reckon like a proper shark attack, like a really quick one.
Nah.
I don't know if many of them are instant though.
Yeah.
Water? No thanks.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, like, is there like a snake that would get you and kill you in seconds before you had a chance to
Probably.
react?
I don't think
Anaconda.
seconds, but one could get you probably pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good. The quicker the better. Really,
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
you're aiming for, hey?
absolutely.
Like,
Or do you want to go the most exotic, like the weirdest?
yeah, okay.
I don't even know what that would be.
Well, it could be like a worm. The singer from Friends of Rome,
Yeah.
Jay, he had a pig worm that came through someone's unsanitized hands in a third world country.
Oh, lovely.
And it got into his body, and then it was in his brain, and it almost caused him to die.
Shit. I was just thinking I'd go and eat a bat at a market.
Have you seen the I think what are they called? Kimono dragons?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Yeah. How they kill things?
No.
No.
So like they hunt like hippos and stuff like that, right? And really
That's not the dragon. That's not the ones we have here, right?
No. They're far bigger
The
lizards.
huge, they're like
Yeah.
longer than
Yeah, but
like,
the same sort of.
Yeah, it's similar, right? But
oh, sorry.
their
But much
basic
bigger.
concept is their mouth is full of like bacteria
yeah,
and stuff like that,
and that's
right?
what gets things.
So they'll bite like something pretty big, right? And
Wait
then
for it to
they just hang
slowly
around
die.
it for like a week,
Until it
right?
dies.
And they get sick. This animal just gets
Yeah.
sick and gets slow, and then eventually just falls over, and then they eat
Oh,
it.
that would be
So they bite this thing and then just hang with it for 2 weeks while it's dying.
Yeah.
no
That's pretty
thanks.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit depressing.
I like the concept though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whatever's quickest. So probably a bus.
Yeah, fair
Get
enough.
sat on by an elephant.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something like that could work.
That
Something
would
a
be
bit more
funny.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We going this way or are you going?
You
Whatever.
go. Yeah, we'll keep it the same way. Otherwise, we'll get confused.
I've already touched it.
That's what she said.
It's the only thing that gets said. All right, here we go. Boom, bit of boom. Do you worry about people seeing your penis at the urinal?
You go first.
I wouldn't say I worry about it. I do try to keep private, but I'm not worried about it.
Would you go to, if there was like, say, a 3-person urinal, like 3 separate ones,
Yeah.
and then the middle one was taken, but there was 2 open cubicles, do you pick the urinal or the cubicle?
Probably go cubicle.
So I guess it's could lean to a yes then.
Why do you go to the cubicle? Is the question then?
I don't know. I just do. I don't. Well, actually, it's weird. Like, people don't generally try to talk to you when you're at the urinal, but some people do, and I just don't like that.
It happens a lot at work for me.
So I'm just
Does it?
yeah. So I just go the other way. Like I'm in there to do something. I'm not there to have a chat.
Yeah, I get that.
That's really the only sort of
But
thing.
how many wangs have you seen at the urinal besides your own?
Well, no, because I'm not looking. That's what I'm
No,
saying. Like I don't
Precisely.
purposely.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's my point. Like
Like I'll go to the urinal if there's room, but I'm not going to go and stand directly next to someone who's already there.
see, but I see
If
no
someone,
problem
if there's
with
someone over there and I can be over here, then no worries.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go to the one next to you when I've got another option.
that. Urinals are so much more convenient though.
They're dirty though. They're
I
pretty
know.
gross.
But I find sometimes when you go to a cubicle, they're worse.
Yeah, I don't have to look
yeah,
at
yeah,
it. I don't have
can
to
be.
look at a skid mark in a urinal.
It does depend what you're looking at and where you're going.
And
definitely.
sometimes there's like wet patches in the cubicle and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's the other bit of etiquette, I suppose, when it comes to the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
The metal grate, do you stand on it or behind it?
I think you stand on it.
Yeah, you should stand on
I
it.
stand behind it.
See, you're just not urinaling correctly.
If I'm standing on top of it, I'm too close and I'm getting spray back.
No, well, you're not
Oh, you're
aiming,
aiming it
correctly.
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can imagine you. You get there, you pull your whole pants down to your ankles, and then you aim perfectly straight, like 90 degrees. So you're like aiming this far, and it's just like sprinklering back.
Isn't that what everybody does?
Putting his other hand up in front of his eyes. God
Do you ever go to a urinal in thongs and then
Yes.
get it?
Yeah, sometimes
that's
you
gross.
get.
Yeah.
So then I
Absolutely.
avoid the urinal.
I must admit, in a thong, I would avoid the urinal. Yeah, because your own spray's one matter, but someone else's spray landing
Yeah.
on your foot is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, I'll answer my own question. Like Wang's seen at the urinal. I've probably only seen in my whole life of urinal use like 2 Wangs.
Yeah, I never see it.
I think because
yeah.
you're just not looking
No.
for them. Like
I look down, I look at the ground when I turn around, and I'm done.
there's
yeah.
a code of conduct.
Yeah.
I feel.
And on the contrary to that, if someone wants to look at my cock, I don't care. It's there, whatever. Like it makes no difference to me. I got no secrets.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Yeah. And all right, here's another. Do you do the lean? Do you do the wall lean at all?
What?
no, you can't put your hand on it.
Not in a public place.
No. Sometimes if it's a clean place.
At
I'll
home,
do a wall
sometimes I
lean.
do.
Oh no, you can't.
No.
You can't ever.
That's bad. If it's clean, it depends on the establishment.
You don't know it's clean though, unless it's your
You're gonna
home.
wash your hands at the end of it anyway.
I might. No, I don't
Minimal
really do that.
contact.
What's the point in doing that? Why lean?
It's just. I think it's. I don't know. It's more.
Are you trying to wee with an erection?
It's good for your testosterone.
Is that what's
level.
going on here?
Yes.
You're getting around, listening to Pokemon in the car. You're getting out. You got a semi on. You're trying to wee.
If there was a step,
doesn't lean.
if there was a step next to the urinal, Matt would put one leg up on it and
Yeah.
do it use it like that as well, just a foot off a male.
And then I put my other arm on the
On
other
the wall.
guy's shoulder, on the shoulder of the guy next to me.
Hey mate, how are ya?
I'd just freehand it. I'd just let the penis do whatever it wants to do.
Yeah.
And I'd
Yeah.
say, "How about that sports team?" Hey.
Hey, you hanging,
Do
mate?
you ever sit down to wee?
No, like not unless I need to like do the rest of it. But
What do you mean? They're
yeah,
me too.
no. But if I just need to pee, it's always standing up.
Even in the dark of the night,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll sit down at night.
I
I can't bother turning the light on. I'm doing anything. Just do the thing.
I use the sounds to guide me.
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
But if I'm peeing at night, I'll do a deliberate like stand over and aim straight down.
Yeah.
So I'll have my like knees overlapping past the front of the bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We went to the onsen and I didn't even see Yishlong. Like
Yeah.
we showered or bathed together. We washed next to each other.
Oh, I've done all
We
that
shared
stuff.
the same dressing room.
I was
didn't
gonna
see
say
it.
I saw Dan slong
I think I saw dance.
because he was trying to do the power play. We were sitting down as well. Dan came over to us to do one of these ones.
Yeah. G'day.
Did I really?
Yes. It was just default, but
I didn't even know.
it was quite funny.
It was
But,
good.
we're not looking for him.
Nah.
I forget what the question was. What was the question?
Do you use a urinal, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Do you care if people see?
Yeah.
I like urinal all the way. It's so much easier. And
Yeah.
then when you teach your kids, like your son, to use the urinal instead of having to go to the cubicle,
Yeah.
it's a million times better.
The first time I peed on, there was a big long wall one with my little guy. He was like, do you want to go pee on the wall? He's like, yeah, man. And like he like came over
Yeah.
and like we did it together. I'm like, that's a proud moment. I
Yeah.
was like, I still remember it.
I find you don't really see the long wall ones as much anymore.
Nah,
it's
they're
just
not
a
super
single
common.
urinal.
No, you got to go to an
cubicle.
old school like venue or something
Yeah.
for that.
But it's cool, like when you go to a place that has, like the individual urinals, and they've got one for kids as
Yeah,
well.
a low one.
Yeah, and everything's set up. They got that and like the basin nice and low for them.
Yeah, it was so good.
It's cool. But yeah, urinal all the way.
No, yeah, but it's about, do you care if people see your penis?
Oh,
And the
do I
answer
care?
is no, I don't care, but I'm not going to go purposely looking for them either.
Yeah, there's nothing impressive going
Yeah.
on.
I just
down
like to make sure I rub shoulders with the person next to me accidentally on the way in, just for.
My one at work is
Imagine
in the
how awkward
worst
that would
spot.
be.
The one at my work is in the worst spot. Like literally, you walk up the stairs in the office area,
Yeah.
and the door is right at the top of the staircase.
Yeah.
And when it hinges the way it does, if you're standing at the urinal, anyone that's coming up the stairs or sitting in the lunchroom can see what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's probably why I go to the cubicle. I go there sometimes, and the door comes up, and I go, "G'day."
yeah.
Yeah.
Just wave to everybody while I'm doing my thing.
One of my first encounters with my brother-in-law, I don't know how many times I'd met him before this, but Hamish, we went to a Foo Fighters concert together. We knew each other, but I don't think we knew each other super well at that time.
But after that night,
And we went to a urinal together before we went into the entertainment center. And it was like a urinal made for one person. Like it was a wall one, but one of the
Oh,
really,
really
small
narrow
ones.
ones,
Yeah,
really
right?
narrow.
But because it was so busy, like 3 people were fitting into this.
Yeah.
Thing, right? So it was, we were like squeezed together. Every
Yeah.
part of your
Yeah.
body was touching the other person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm having to piss next to like, it's when, you just squeezed in like a sardine and you're like,
Yeah.
you just, please pee, please pee, please pee.
And
yeah,
some-
you're like, do I need to really go? Or am
Yeah.
I not going to? And then you get there and you're like, I do need to, but hang on, think about that. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes.
Yeah.
And some of those like music festival pop-up urinals are always like weird where you're like making eye contact with a guy
Yeah.
on the other side or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Always water on the ground. The ground's always moist.
So
There's always paper
yeah.
everywhere. It's always gross.
They are the worst.
They are the worst.
Like any kind of venue pop-up toilet, terrible.
Never good.
Yeah. That-
It's
and-
almost cleaner to not wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just get out as quick as you can.
Yeah.
That was one thing where like when COVID started and like everyone had sanitizer, and I was like, oh, thank you, like God, I can just
Yeah.
like get out quickly and then
Yeah.
like
Sanitize rather
and
than
then
washing soap,
sanitize. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you might use a bit of soap still
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there, whatever, but you can get out and sanitize after
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Who pulled that one?
Me.
Was that you? Let's do another one.
Let's do it.
You always get these ones.
This is perfect timing too.
Uh-oh.
Why does Lucas hate on us, the listeners? No shit, I'm not stitching you up.
I don't do it on purpose.
So for the people that don't know, Lucas has his period every hour,
Yeah.
and it just depends on what part of the hour we're in. So at some point in recording, he's going to have it.
Just every now and then, I go the whole treat 'em mean to keep 'em keen type aspect.
And we all know that works in the entertainment industry.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't hate any of the listeners. I love the listeners. But sometimes I just get a bit over the topic we're talking about with these two, and it probably shows through. So, sorry about the
I
context.
just love that. I don't hate the listeners, but it's like whatever comes from there. Oh God.
I don't hate gay people. I just don't like what they do.
Well, I'm trying to say I don't hate the
I'm not a racist, but
Yeah, righto. Thank you to the listener who wrote that one in. Thank you.
I'm glad someone's called Lucas out because Lucas, you need to respect our listeners a little bit more, I feel.
Remember that one episode at the end you told him to like F off or something? It was like out of the blue. I was like, and it wasn't like a funny way. You just sounded grumpy.
I think that's the problem. I think I meant it to be funny, but it came out the wrong way.
I got picked up at the end there as well going, you can't say that, Lucas.
Yeah.
When I was editing it, I'm like, that needs to stay in. Yeah,
I think I was like, yeah, send them through. Or don't. You can go and get
maybe that
if
was
you like.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway. It is what it is.
Any more you want to talk about, Lucas?
No.
No?
You like us or you don't.
I mean, what's worse? All right, doing that, being rude to the listener, or sending a dick pic to someone?
I'm never sending a dick pic to somebody
I don't know.
because it's rude.
Oh, we didn't get any feedback on our photos at Hope Island either.
Oh, didn't he?
The triangle of excitement.
That wasn't him. It was you, me, and Scott, wasn't it?
Oh,
Well, I'm going to...
I tried to put on his phone.
Yeah, it
Oh,
ended
was it
up...
your
It
phone?
ended up on
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Was it your wife's phone?
Yeah, it ended up on my wife's
I think
phone.
we texted it to you, didn't we, from her phone?
Look, I don't want to delve too much into this, but like I said...
There was 6 and they were around.
In an unrecorded section before, I got out of the shower at Hope Island and the Civil War had begun, right?
Yes.
I don't want to go any further than that. But, and then I looked at my phone and there's just a pile of wangs.
No, they
Wasn't
were just
wangs.
balls.
It was balls.
Yeah, balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 sets,
Well,
6 nuts.
Look, yeah. I had never seen that many balls since I'd been to Sky Zone, but there's there were a lot of balls there. I didn't know where to go. We were playing Don't Get Got. I didn't know if I was trying to get got at that point.
Oh, yeah.
So I ignored it. But feedback, look, they're healthy looking testicles, guys.
It was funny
Which one was your
because
favourite?
we were very liberal about like
Yeah.
I think we'd had a few beers at that stage, but we went into the room and
It was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
it
though.
was just it was, and it was just like everything out,
Yeah.
adjusting for the angle.
Pull to the
It was
side, get it all going.
It was pretty
It was a good
liberal.
Shot. It was a good shot.
Yeah.
I have deleted it off my phone, but I think
It's
the
still on
wife's,
your wife. She just
the
doesn't know
wife's
where.
kept it.
One
yeah.
of us will call.
We'll
and
just
she'll
say
get
we were a
it.
bit nuts at that point, right?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
But,
It's a ballsy move.
We were trying to
Lucas-
put it on another wife's phone,
Yeah.
but that would have been worse because I think that's where the war was going on.
Yes. We won't mention the war. Don't mention the war. Lucas, any more messages for the listener? Any more commitments and promises and, something like that you want to do?
All I can say is watch this space.
Is there any path you would like to walk down now that I'm leading you into?
No?
Is there any kind of apology or no?
Not at all. If you're still listening, great.
Lucas doesn't hate you.
I haven't put you off, have I? So, thanks.
Just occasionally, Lucas gets a bit grumpy.
It's
Get
why
tired.
we love him.
I've got 3 kids. I get tired. I
You know
apologise.
what though, right? So that excuse is only going to hang on for a little while.
Oh, says the
longer.
guy with 1 kid.
No. So
He'll change it to I had to bring up 3 kids.
yeah. I'm going to hold on.
I had
to
to birth those 3 kids.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going to change, right? So when we all become old farts, right? And nothing gets done to our houses, right? And we'll say to Luke, we've only got 1 kid, all right? He only comes around to mow my lawn and all this and that. You've got 3 kids that'll come around and look after you when you're an
Yeah,
old
Are
fart.
you kidding? They'll still be living with me.
Yeah. I might get stabbed in my sleep for this. But do you reckon, so we can't use that excuse forever. But do you think I noticed that you broke your ankle, but I had to push out a baby.
Oh,
All
the time.
Is that ever going to end?
Never going to end, mate.
Like,
Because
you
you
could
didn't
lose-
push out a baby.
You could lose both of your legs to like a bear trying to eat you from your ass.
It will never.
And it
ever-
was like, that's cute, but I had to give birth to the kids. Yeah.
How long does that last for?
I don't know if it ever goes away.
Oh,
That
mate.
has to finish at some point.
No. If you
Maybe
have
when they move out.
if you ever even have a runny nose,
Yeah.
of course you'd be sick.
Yeah.
Man flu.
You've got the man flu.
So dramatized.
I feel like the man flu is a fabricated thing.
Just for the record, if there isn't another episode after this,
The women have stopped allowing
go
us to
digging
come
in my
out.
backyard.
Yes.
Yep.
No, the man flu is definitely fabricated. Like,
It's pretty gross. It's
The problem is, if you ever have a flu, they say, "Oh, you got man flu." It's like, no, I'm not well.
yeah.
Do you know-
it is like a reverse gender stereotype that has become acceptable when really it's not really good.
Here's something for everyone to get their old noggins around, right? Maybe everyone thinks there's a man flu because men do so much work around the house that when they're down, whoa, the world has ended because they're down and out, right?
On your own.
Yeah, there we go. I'll cobble it a hate mail for that. This is about Lucas. Lucas, talk about the listeners
Matthew,
again.
why don't you like the listeners? What the? We had more female listeners than male before this.
Yeah.
Probably not so
I
much
hate
now.
the man flu thing, right? But because you're hitting someone when they're down.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sick often. And when I'm sick, I'll still, like, go out and do things or whatever most of the time. Unless I'm, like, really sick and I'm like, cool, I need to rest. And when I need to rest, it's real.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's like, oh, yeah, he's got the man flu. It's like, come on, mate. Like, you can't do it when your person's down.
I cop it the other way, in a way. So,
I bet you do.
no, like when people get sick, it goes through your family, right? Mm-hmm. So if my wife gets sick, then I get sick, and then I try not to show that I'm sick, but then it's like, you're too sick. And then it's like, oh, of course you'd be sick when I'm sick. I'm like, well, of course I would be sick when you're sick.
That's how it works.
I'm not going to get sick any other time. Or if I get sick, then you're going to get sick. But it is what it is. Like, I'm not purposely trying to be sick because you're unwell and need me to do more around the house. Like, oh, of course you would be. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's
Give
why
me a chance.
it's not flushing the toilet every 3 minutes and 80 seconds for fun. Yeah.
Anyway.
But I feel like as well, like
times.
part of the man flu thing is like, I think when a bloke's sick, we try and like, we power through as much as we can. But then you're right. I think we make that call and we're like, no, I'm resting.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of this thing. And so I'll do like the go to bed, put a blanket on, try sweat it out kind of thing, you know? And I think that's
But
why.
the wife's like, oh, I don't have time to do that. Too much to do.
Yeah.
It's always I'm like, yep, I get that, but it's always going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah. They've
get
got
over it.
so many lists to write. How do they stop, you know?
Yeah. So many labels to put on things. We're not making it past this episode being
It's over
published.
now.
Yeah.
This over's over.
Yeah.
I did it
good
when
times.
I did the disc in my back. I actually, for the first time, you know, the doctor's like, oh, like when I broke my arm, the doctor's like, yeah, you can't use it for 6 weeks. Just don't do anything. And like 2 weeks later, I was lifting the kid, and it was like, yeah, cool, it'll be right. It wasn't that bad of a break. But for the back, I was like full 4 weeks of like, I didn't pick up anything for 4 weeks. I'm like, I'm not doing it, like just straight away.
Well, there's like an arm, like you say, but the back, like
You can't mess with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like I'll still get clicks and weird things in the arm, but
Yeah.
if your back's doing that, you're just stuffed. So
Yeah. No, that's right.
Is it
We're
my
getting
turn?
older. Yeah.
yes,
I think it is. All right.
You got a mess in front of you there. What are you doing?
Do you want me to help? Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. Just sort your life out, would you?
All right. I've got one.
You sure?
Whoa. Yes. Okay.
Juicy.
Depending on what time you receive this message, it may make sense. New Year's resolution.
Oh,
All right. So we can say them.
this
So
will be reasonably.
No.
timely.
Is it asking what you think about them, or it's asking you what yours
Just
is?
says that.
That is such a Lucas thing to say. New Year's resolution question
Stupid.
mark. I'm gonna.
Why don't you hate on the listeners for not writing the question the way you want it?
I'm saying, I'm taking it in there. They're like, what do you think? Like, New Year's resolutions? Question mark.
All right.
That's, what do you reckon? I'm going to say they're pointless.
All right. So
You-
you've done that.
You know, we could also do a discussion and talk about both of those things. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Oh,
Lucas's podcast would go for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So
it
if
is
5
like-
minutes says, "What do you think of this?" It's dumb.
Stop listening. This is stupid.
And by the way, listener, I hate you.
The roast of Lucas is what we'll call this episode.
I think so, because I'm copping it from every angle.
You like to cop it in every angle I've heard.
So
Usually,
we'll take it
but not
both
tonight.
ways. We'll take it both ways just to make
course you
Lucas
would.
Like
happy.
Luke would.
Yeah. So New Year's resolutions, you say stupid. You say,
I never stick to them anyway, so I don't do them.
so you say stupid again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
He
guess.
agrees with me. Oh.
I
oh.
probably say stupid as well.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're going to go the right way where this question is intended.
Let's do a real one.
What's your New Year's resolution?
I don't have one. Sorry, I don't. Because I just don't stick to anything.
Yeah.
I've only ever done it once. And that was a couple of years ago. I said, I'm going to go the whole year without eating McDonald's. And I did that.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of myself for
Why
doing
can't
it.
you do that again?
I could, but I don't feel the need to
Yeah.
make one. So just at the moment, like that was
Could you think of something Like, because I think that is the perfect idea of a New Year's resolution. Yeah. Right. So no McDonald's is something that you can challenge yourself to do. It's not like I'm not being mean here, but it's not like groundbreaking or anything, right?
No, but it's not like I said no fast food.
It's realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not
realistic.
no fast food because there's other options,
No,
right?
yeah.
There's just one chain that I said I'm just not going to eat that for a year.
Yeah.
And it's good for your life.
Yeah.
To not do. That's the perfect kind of
It was easier to do than I thought.
Yeah.
So this
But-
week's episode is brought to you by...
No, but
I'm loving it.
and if I'm honest, that was a good one. Like that actually was good.
Yeah.
So you're saying New Year's resolutions are good?
No, because usually you can't stick to them. Majority of the times you hear it's I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to go to the gym. And then no one does it.
I've got one, and I'm going to do it. I don't normally do it. But
Yeah.
I'm 81 kilos now. I'm down 2 kilos in the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be under 80 for the year.
For the whole year.
Oh.
So when I get under it, which is I'm actively getting under 80 now, I'm going to stay under 80 for the year. Because I really should be about 72 or 73.
That's a tough one. I'm the same as you. I think I should be. I think 75 is probably where it's at.
Yeah, you
but
got the ass, so...
Yeah. The arse is there for sure, but
Under 80 is where I would like to be, but I'm probably around 90.
I knocked over 90 for a while, and it's a scary place to be.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And especially in this climate of pandemics, being fat is taking out a lot of Americans.
Yeah.
So even though none of us are fat, we should probably be in better shape.
Yeah. I haven't committed to this one. I spoke to you guys off podcast.
You've committed to
about
one
this.
before.
What was the name?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that a resolution?
Well, it's sticking around.
Oh yeah, the no self get it going. Yeah, no self pleasure. Yeah, maybe that was a New Year's resolution.
I feel like it was that. And it's just gone so long now you can't remember.
New life resolution.
Yeah. You know what? It's been good actually. I highly recommend not doing that anymore.
You have to explain. The people who knew don't
Well,
understand
just
what you're talking about.
no more masturbation was one of my things I made up at one point, and for some reason my life just got better from that moment onwards. I don't know. Take what you want from that, but I talked to you guys about this. I don't know if you took me.
Is that because I
seriously or
stopped
not.
calling you a wanker so much?
Yeah. I really want to sing a song and try hard to
Will you do it for the podcast?
Yes.
We'll do video and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I said before I wanted to play guitar or something like that, but I'm terrible. I cannot learn it in time. But I feel like I could sing a song in time. So I'm going to sing a song.
Karma Chameleon.
Yeah, definitely. No, it'll be a song not anyone really knows.
It's tricky though, because yes, you can sing a song and you can really try, but you have to find a genre that suits your voice.
Oh, it's only one song. You pick the song that you feel you can do the
yeah,
best.
and that's what I'm saying though, because I mean, whatever your singing voice is going to be, it's probably going to be something that leans towards maybe something you don't really would normally listen to.
Yeah. So I've got an idea, but it's there.
System
One
of
that
a
you've sung in the shower a few times,
may-
System of a Down.
No, it's not.
Wake
no.
up.
It's just an acoustic song.
or it's going to be the Beatles.
No, it's not the Beatles.
Oh,
It'll.
thank God.
Naive.
I would bet the whole world you would not have heard this song ever before. Like, so that's the idea. Is so you got nothing to compare it to.
Is it one of Tim Pool's songs?
It might be.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's going to happen. I think in 2022. I need to work out the guitar thing, whether I can just rip a track.
I think you can
and
just
play
take
that.
the instrumental part of the music.
So if we can just play the acoustic guitar and then I sing, I might hold the guitar just to make myself feel better. Yeah, I'll do some singing.
Cool.
What are you doing, Luke?
Probably nothing.
That's fair.
I'm going to try to be nicer to my listeners.
Okay.
I said try.
He's lying. He's lying now.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I think we're up to you, Lucas. Do you
Yeah.
want to?
Oh, okay. It's going to be a great one, I'm sure. It's a fat one. Oh,
good.
God, it's a sentence. It's a whole, like...
Oh, it's a big one. Lucas can't read very good, so that's
Okay.
why he gets angry at the big ones.
Ooh, he can't read good.
Okay, no, this is a good one, though. So, the Bible. Help explain a passage. Ezekiel 23:20. So that was the question. So our secretary has actually added what that is so that we know what we're talking about.
Thank you to my wife.
All right, so here we go. It reads, There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys and whose emissions was like that of horses.
Well, it's definitely not about me because I'm not hung like a donkey.
So I guess
Can you say it again, please?
there she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys and whose emissions were like those of horses. So the way I sort of see this going is the Bible, holier than now, is supposed to be all, proper and whatever else, and that is very sexual.
Can't you stone women in the Bible though?
Like so.
I mean, you can stone women now. I guess.
So what do you think about that?
I mean, that would just be a section out of. Wasn't there isn't Sodom or Sodom something like that?
I honestly don't know any of it, but I just feel that that's a very interesting passage.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff in the Bible.
And I've not read it,
Yeah.
and I don't intend to either, but that's a very risque.
I've got this thought about religious books, and
It's all just smut.
no, I really feel like even if God is transmitting messages for someone to write through wars and just the natural way humans do things, some horny bastards have gotten into that book and added stuff in there that shouldn't be in there.
Is that so they can get to the altar boys? Because that sounds like an altar boy sentence.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Ezekiel 20 or whatever it is.
So recently I was talking to someone about the Quran, right? And they believe that the Quran is the first book, and that the Jews then had the second book, and then I think the Christians had the third book. And they're all derived based on the Quran.
I love how they argue about a fictional thing, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
But doesn't every religion think that theirs was first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Harry Potter 1 came out first. But anyway, no. And then I was discussing, the basic thing. I don't know what you guys, whenever you talk to a Muslim, one of the things that tends to come up is if you live a good life, you'll die with 42
Virgins
or whatever. And so we were just having that chat going, well, what do you think about that? And he goes, yeah, that's just some crazy shit. I guess some horny guy added that in there somewhere or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but I think that's what has happened to all the holy text. If they are true and they are there's a God, humans are so dumb we add stupid stuff to things all the time.
Yeah.
It's like borrowing a book from the library and drawing a dick pic in it somewhere.
But do you know
Someone's going to see that one day and be like, oh, that was always meant to be there.
the reason why there's
Ezekiel
42
23:20.
virgins is because virgins aren't good at sex, so you need to have 42 tries to find a good one. It's
But
not
then-
all good.
The thing is, I wouldn't want 42 virgins.
No,
I'd want probably 5 seasoned veterans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's
5
the thing.
cougars.
Yes.
But I guess, why is that even 42 virgins? Say that's the number, and that's what it is. So they're only a virgin the one time.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that,
It's just an annoying wife that hangs
you
around.
got, one's hard enough. Why do you want 42 of them? Especially 42 inexperienced ones, who
Yeah.
are then going to make things even harder.
Yeah.
And not in the fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of crazy shit in the Bible. There's one passage.
Can you explain the passage, please? We're talking about this one specifically.
Well,
explain what she means.
It will be describing a situation.
Is that how the manger scene went down? Is it the...
I reckon that was the origin of the jizz emoji. You know, like the splash one. Yeah, that's definitely the origin of it.
Really? Okay.
It come from the Bible.
I really
That's
want
the
to
three
see
wise men,
Yeah.
and she lusted over their massive wangs who...
I mean, look, they're speaking to a bush that was on fire.
Mendango.
There's waters parting. There's
The flame trees,
That's a song we could sing.
they reckon it's like some sort of psychedelic drug or something.
yeah.
Like a lot of people think that. So
Marijuana.
yeah.
I would think there's a lot of psychedelics involved with the production of the religious texts. For
Yeah.
sure. But they also say that if you didn't have good vision, you couldn't go into a church. There's so much stuff like that. So I don't know.
But you might be able to get healed if you didn't have good vision. Go in there.
If they were better,
Hallelujah.
if they were nicer to the gays, this would be even more relevant because there's so many hung gay guys that they won't let in the church.
True.
Are the gay guys
And then
hung?
why-
I don't know.
Is that
Or are
inappropriate?
they hanging the gay guys?
Yeah, they're hung. in
And
the
back
church
then,
a
how did
different
they
way.
know her gender and what she actually felt?
Well,
And yeah,
if you've got another religious text you'd like to analyze and break down for you,
Yeah.
please send it through. My favorite's John 3:16, but that's fine.
Do you
What
know
is
what
that?
it is?
I got no idea. I looked up my when I got my COVID vaccine. What is wrong with you?
He hates the podcast hosts
my
now.
God. You know how they write a time on your arm or whatever,
Shirt.
or they give you a sticker
sticker on your shirt. Yeah.
with the time, and mine was like it's like I don't know 4 ... something.
Let me guess. You're like Matt 420.
No.
Ah,
So
469.
so I looked it up in the Bible, and
The numbers they gave you for your time.
I did.
Under your name.
yeah.
You're a wanker.
So I looked up like Matt that time, and in the Bible, and it was about like the end of the world and like stuff like that. It was about like,
Of course it was.
yeah.
Just because you're an anti-vaxxer.
They got his
the
vaccine.
Yeah.
Give it
But
to
of
me.
course, the narcissism of that, like, you just sit there, oh, fuck, my name and that number better be in the Bible.
No,
I better think about that. What else do I do? I'm going to research myself.
Well, I was playing a bit of Banjo Kazooie before that, and then I thought, okay, well, I better just look this up.
I thought you don't do that anymore.
Oh God, who's up next? There's got to be time for another question.
It must be
isn't
me,
there?
right?
Yeah.
One more and it's Dan.
All right. Yeah, cool. Kumquat.
I think that gave the reaction thereafter.
It's got a question mark.
I don't even know what a kumquat is.
I know it's is it fruit? I'm sure it's a fruit, but I don't know anything
Jamie,
about
can
it.
you look that up?
I don't have my phone
Kumquat.
on me.
What a weird word.
Kumquat.
Kumquat. Kumquat? Kumquat? Kumquat.
Look it up, Jamie.
Kumquat.
Stop.
Kumquat.
What? Kumquat.
I'm gonna get. It's like a. Has anyone ever had one?
I don't
Obviously
think so.
not. Or, well, I don't know. Is it like a lychee?
I had a custard apple once.
I get.
Oh, it's
It's like fruit.
yeah. It looks the shape of a tomato, like a Roma tomato, like what do you call it? The cherry tomatoes. Kumquats or kumquats in Australian English are a group of small fruit-bearing trees and flowering plant family Rutaceae. Rutaceae.
Kumquat and root.
They were previously classified as forming the now historical genus
Just show us the picture.
Fortnula.
Hi.
Come on, come on,
reached
Jamie.
the
Anyway, they're citrus.
Kumquat
Anyway, they're
podcast.
kind of orangey. They're like
Oh, yeah.
little orangey deals.
Okay.
I would thought that would be a very obscure looking thing, but they're not really.
Yeah, I don't think I've eaten one.
They look a bit like an orange.
I think the word's funny though. I like to say it.
Kumquat. Can I
Nagami kumquat.
indulge myself here? I had a thought this week
You
about,
want to put a kumquat where?
about oranges. Can I ask?
Please, go
a
ahead.
question? All right. Don't act so enthused. Lucas.
Let me guess. What happened first, the orange or the orange?
Do you eat it or
No,
do you suck the
colour
juice
or the
out?
fruit?
It's kind of that.
Do you
right?
like the orange?
So it's like oranges called oranges because oranges are orange, or oranges called oranges because
They're oranges.
And then they
no,
named
or
the
is,
color.
color is the color orange called orange because oranges are orange.
Yeah, it's like the fruit or the egg. It's like that philosophy question from way back.
And then the town is called Orange because it's orange because of the oranges that live there that are orange.
Yeah.
Did I say fruit or the egg? I'm an idiot.
You
The
did
fruit
say
or the
fruit,
color.
eh? We let it slide.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
Good question.
I would love to do philosophy and like study philosophy because like that sort of stuff you could get into like a 2-day discussion on that.
Yeah.
Like
We did we had that question, didn't we? Like the chicken or the egg.
I think so. We
had
might
that.
have. Yeah.
And
Hey Google, are oranges orange because of the color of orange, or are the color orange because orange is orange?
shut up, Lucas. You're a dickhead.
According to Wikipedia, etymology, in English, the color orange is named after the appearance of the ripe orange fruit. The word comes from the Old French, orange, from the old term for the fruit, pomme d'orange.
Done deal.
Wow. So the color comes from the fruit.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wouldn't have picked it that way. I actually would have thought it would be the other way.
Same. Yeah. Mind blown. Thanks, Siri. Was that Siri or Google?
Google, mate.
Oh, Google.
And there's going to be so many people that had, hey, Google, go off in their car when they're driving and they're like, God damn it.
I don't care about oranges.
Alexa,
Yeah.
cop that shit.
Search Postbox Roulette.
Yes.
Yeah. So good.
Alexa, play Postbox Roulette on Spotify.
Well, they're already listening to us, but yeah.
Do you want to do that one or I'll do this one?
Let's do a beer one. We haven't done
Let's
a
do a
beer
beer
one
one.
for a little while.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do beer.
so I am drinking Burley Brewing's Burley Mid Tide. It is a cracking mid-strength beer. It's only 3%, so 0.9, and it actually has a lot of good flavour about it. You know, you've got your Great Northerns, you've got your Forex Golds, stuff like that. Sometimes you just want something that just tastes more like a craft beer, has a bit more flavour, and this has it. So Burley Brewing has a great range of beers.
I hope-
this is an awesome one.
I hope
from
I've got
Mid.
my brands right, but Big Head, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
They
Big
do
Head.
Big Head. Big Head's there. Is it their pale ale?
Yeah.
Yeah, the beer is the number one low carb beer that all keto people
There you
drink.
go.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge because
It's
it
cracking.
actually is low carb.
Yep.
And it's delicious. It's like
Exactly.
a proper good beer. I drank
Exactly.
it for a long time.
Yeah, it's great. And then I just wanted something that I could, take away on a family trip, have a few through the day, and still be functional, have a great time. And this is awesome. So get amongst it, give them a go. Burley Brewing, also supporting local, only down the road at the coast.
And
Check them out.
they're in all the bottlers, but they're still independent. They're not selling out.
Exactly right.
So
And
cheers
reasonably
to them.
priced. And you still get a carton of 24.
Yeah, good point.
There we go.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. So give them a go.
And
Burley
Burley
Brewing.
Brewing, yeah. If you're listening, we'd like a 6-pack, please.
I've noticed that though. The independent guys, they're really pushing hard at the moment to get the prices down.
Yeah.
They're really pumping the mainstream beers, I think, at the moment.
Yep.
The company that sold out a little while ago, that do that really good XPA, that used to be good, that's not good anymore. They have taken like a whole row down at the bottle
Yeah.
that we go to.
Yeah.
And I was like upset, but
Yeah.
like, cause they do still do a lot of whole good craft beer.
Back when they
But
were.
you can tell that they've paid because
Yeah.
normally they put the beer by flavor, but they've got like 7 of their beers in a row,
All in a row.
all different flavors.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know that there's money involved
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
Well, I just went away for the weekend, and the Surf Club had 3 of their beers on tap.
yeah,
Like
so good.
way up there where I
Yeah.
went. Like you can, it's just
They're pumping money
starting.
in.
They are. They're
Yeah.
going everywhere, and it's
Yeah.
all because it's now like big mainstream guys. So we've got to support the little guys. They're doing a great job. They taste fantastic. Why not support local? Go for the independent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Burley Brewing, good stuff.
Love it.
All right, thanks guys. Thank you to our listeners. We love you so much. We really appreciate everything you send through. So keep doing it.
Yeah. Love
Keep
you
us
guys.
going.
Love you guys. Lots peace of the Middle East. My dick stinks.
Don't stand next to him in a urinal. Good evening.